right, we good to go? Oh my God, you guys. It's here. You're here. Look at this. Everybody went to Riot Fest this weekend? Yeah. What a cherry to cap off the 20th anniversary of Riot Fest weekend with this incredible band that is about to join us in just a second. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you to everyone at home for watching. I'm Lauren O'Neill from Q101. And this band, they've gifted us 14 albums. A punk rock opera, a Broadway play, a movie, documentaries. They're actors, producers, Hall of Famers, Grammy winners, purveyors of fine punk bunny coffee, featured in video games, with a star on the sidewalk in California. Influenced everyone from Alkaline Trio to Lady Gaga for almost 4 decades. At the end of the day, they're just a punk rock band. God's favorite band, our saviors. And they are here today. Please welcome Green Day! Billy Joe Armstrong, Tre Cool, and Mike.
What's up?
Gentlemen.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi.
Right.
It's so
Hi,
great.
friends.
So great to have you back in this room. It's been 7 years?
Yeah.
8 years since Green Day was in the Q101 lounge. It's so great to have you back.
Well, thanks for having us. I'm sorry we couldn't play, but I blew out my voice last night at
That's all right. We were all there last night, so we understand. What a night. I haven't been able to sleep. I don't know about you guys. I don't even know if you could see it, but some guy was wearing slide flip-flops in the circle pit during Hitching a Ride and lost one. I don't know if they were reunited, but I've literally been up all night just worried about
That's
him.
interesting because I found one.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So I was like, that's a choice that was made this morning before you left your house. You're like, boots? Nah.
Yeah.
Definitely slides with socks in the Green Day pit.
He had socks on?
You kind of got to give it up for the inspiration, though. Maybe he wasn't planning to go in the pit, and he's like, "I'm in the moment. Let's do this."
Okay,
Yeah.
You know?
fair. But it got me thinking. You're obviously been doing this for a minute. If there was one piece of concert etiquette that everybody should know, maybe abide by, what would it be for each of you?
Concert etiquette. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think we have any etiquette.
The whole point is to just lose your mind and do stupid shit you wouldn't normally do.
Okay, that's a rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Don't drink too big of beers because you're gonna miss most of the show.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you mean for people to come to the show?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, don't be an asshole is one of
Yeah.
them.
It's a great rule just in life. I
Or,
think.
you know, I don't know. There's a few things, but I mean, I think it's all about everybody coming together, and you know, we live in such a divisive time. At least like music can bring people together a little bit more. You know.
I think one thing we can all agree on is that at this point we all now know don't wear slides into the pit.
With socks.
Yeah.
I was so worried about that guy.
And it's probably better not to watch the whole show through your phone.
Great tip.
Yeah. There you go.
Use your eyeballs and your earballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, be in the moment.
So you closed the set last night with Old Blue Eyes, singing about our great city. And it just got me thinking, I mean, we love you so much. You clearly love us back.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What is
Yeah.
each of your favorite things about Chicago?
Man.
Well, what is that hot dog stand where they yell at you?
Yeah, the Wiener
Wiener
Circle.
Circle.
Yeah.
I think there's
yeah.
free hot dogs today because Homeboy threw like tomorrow. Your quarterback threw like a zillion touchdowns. So free wieners.
Yeah, that old memories that goes back. We go back. We playing like at McGregor's in Elmhurst and
Dimitri.
and we stayed we always would stay with this girl that became our friend at her house in Downers Grove. So it was always nice because like she still lived with her parents, but back then when we would stay on floors, we would always they still live with their parents, so it's like they've got couches.
Yeah.
You know, we could sleep on the couch. So.
And food in the fridge.
Yeah, but and she would invite like half of the show to come back and like we just party and dance after. So it was great. Jen Lage is her name.
Aw.
And you guys celebrate music right here, you know, like all the different shows in the park down on Lakeshore. And even last night, hearing that all the clubs were opened up and you had different bands, late night shows going on everywhere. I mean, Chicago's just a musical city.
And we're very blessed.
And everybody's super nice.
Yeah.
Like that's like ridiculously nice.
Except when you're in the interstate. That's the only place everybody absolutely loses their shit. And
That's why I take the L.
Gets a little dicey.
Yeah, enjoyed the weather while it lasts. By the way.
Hey! Aw. Boo!
That was an ice thing to say.
That's cold, Lily.
It's cold.
All right, since you brought up hot dogs,
Windy here.
Yeah.
burning question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh wow.
It's just a long sandwich.
We'd have to ask John Cougar that one. He's
Suck
sucking
it
on a
on.
chili dog.
It's no longer a sandwich when it's a chili dog, though.
Yeah.
It's like a
Why?
meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
The casserole of sorts.
Well, then what would be a corn dog?
That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
A little corny for me.
So
I love them so much I actually eat the sticks.
It's
You're
fiber.
not supposed to play with the sticks unless it's behind a kid. So.
Boo, Michael.
How many dads on stage?
One of my favorite things about a Green Day show is when you bring someone up from the audience. Last night was Argyle.
Argyle.
Not in this room?
Not in
maybe?
this room. No Argyle.
Argyle ruled.
Amazing. And is there, how do you go about picking the person?
Well, this sounds. I always pick women, and because I think that when they say "Gimme, gimme, revolution" at the end of the line, it has a lot more meaning to it than if it was some dude.
Wow.
Sorry, I don't
That
mean.
makes sense. That's it?
Yeah.
That's the only requirement?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, we're like 5 dudes on stage anyway. It's just like nice to,
Represent.
break it up,
Yeah.
represent.
Somebody
Let's go.
smells good
Let's
up
have some
there.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were chatting earlier. Actually, you've been the topic of conversation all weekend, clearly. 20th anniversary of Riot Fest and all these bands who love you, have been influenced by you, inspired by you, and a lot of them that you have championed. And something that Green Day has done, I think, since the very beginning days, supporting other bands, lesser known artists, giving them a platform. And I'm talking specifically the Linda Lindas, who you brought to Wrigley Field to open up the Saviors Tour, now playing Riot Fest. The Paradox, which is my new favorite band that you guys have actually given a platform to. And you got to tell the story on how you even found out about them, because it kind of blew my mind.
From Paradox?
Yeah.
Well, the first time I saw them or heard them, it was through, I got a tag on Instagram, and I looked it up, and I saw Eric from Paradox. He was doing a Green Day cover, and I really liked it, so I shared it. And he was just like, writing me. He's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. That's great." And then I just started kind of corresponding with him back and forth. And then I heard his band, and I was like, "Man, these guys are really good." So, and they just kept getting better and better. And then and I said, "Hey, do you want to open up for us in Atlanta?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" So he was, it was really fun. It was like, and they're really good guys, and they're also featured in a movie that we made called New Year's Rev. So
It's really good. There's no release date yet, but it's a really good movie.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
So the movie had a mini release, the Toronto Film Festival. We hope to get it soon. We have film festivals here. Have you ever heard of the Music Box?
What's that?
Here in Chicago. We have a great spot for you. I'm just
Oh.
saying. We'll throw you your own film festival. We'll get this sorted for New Year's Rev.
Love it.
Awesome. It would be like the Ferris Bueller's film festival.
Totally.
A little inside joke there for you. Chicago.
So tell me about this movie. This is kind of based on the early days of the band, in a sense.
Yeah, it's basic. I don't know.
So give the basic premise, and then okay. So it follows the story of a young band who thinks they're going to open for Green Day, and a lot of their experiences on their journey to get to us shadow actual experiences that happened to us when we were younger. So there's a lot of Easter eggs in there and really fun stuff. But the cast is incredible. Who do we got? We got what's Mason's last name?
Oh, I gotta open my phone.
Yeah, we'll pull up a list. I mean, it's,
Written and directed by Keith.
yeah, and then outside of us,
Yeah,
we got Fred
Bobby
Armisen.
Lee and Fred Armisen are in it. So, and they're really funny.
It's in-
Jenna Fisher.
Jenna Fisher, and
what's Mason's last name?
well, there's McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna
She's
Grace.
in it, and Mason. He was in How to Train Your Dragon, and then McKenna. She was in Ghostbusters.
And what is pretty great is that the cast has a real synergy. Like they really connected. You could tell when a cast has like when they've got a vibe going together, and they really had a vibe, and it's like just. I don't know. I was floored when I saw it. I'm like, you guys are good,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, really good chemistry. It's
fun.
funny and it's wild. So it's a journey from Kansas City to California.
Yeah, it's got a lot of heart and a lot of laughs.
Nice. We love those things.
And music.
And I know you're mentioning Easter eggs, but I want to know tell us some shenanigans. We want to hear about the shenanigans from
You'll have
early
to
in the
see
days. Maybe we'll get a taste of in New Year's Rev.
You know, there's
There's kids in the room.
yeah.
Fair.
That's
band-
kind of one of the fun things I think that you're gonna have to go through and like check off the box of the things you recognize, things you don't, and then eventually the list will come out. But if we give you too much right now,
We'll do like a Cracker Jack scavenger hunt.
there's a lot. I will
for
say
when
this.
you go to the film.
Also, there's a lot of deep cuts throughout the. And, Lee Kirk, the director, he had full reign of our entire catalog, and so he took it and everything from early demos that Billy made to, to like some of the early albums.
Hashinka.
Yeah, I mean, he leaned heavily into some of the early albums, then some of the new stuff, and then at the it culminates at the end, and you're going to get some new Green Day performing too. So
Yeah, we're in it.
Spoiler alert. Did he get his hands on cigarettes and Valentine's? No? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
We have he went into some deep cuts. He did like Hashinka. Oh God, what else he did?
but what's the demo?
Oh, demo for In the End.
Yeah, that's one.
That's cool.
Where it's you go, what is this? What? It sounds so familiar. And
Yeah,
yeah,
the
really
4-track
great.
demo.
I did see a note with the partially based on true events with Green Day that in the early days you guys played anywhere and everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What is the strangest place?
Q101.
We played an existentialist church once.
Played in a bank.
Yeah,
We played an abandoned bank or a defunct bank, and then that squat in Christiania.
Lots of squads.
Oh, Ungdom Shusut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a little bit of an Ungdom Shusut moment in the movie. And then
We played on spools on a farm in Mankato.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
On like the giant spools that I guess be like telephone wire would be wrapped in
big
them.
cable spools.
They
The
became
wooden ones.
stages. We just
Yeah.
flip them on their side.
Yeah, we a lot of just basements, and we played a Masonic temple.
San Francisco, like apartments in San Francisco, where you'd have to carry all your gear up like 4 or 5 floors of stairs to
Ooh,
play in
walk
somebody's tiny apartment.
Yeah. We played a place in Dublin, and we played above a pub, and no one was allowed
yeah.
to dance because the pub was down below, and they were afraid that the floor would cave in.
Yeah.
So it was packed with 200 young people in there, and it was one of the kids is, I think his father owned the pub, and he's just like, nobody's allowed to dance. So everybody just sitting there looking at us. So.
Yeah, between the weight of all the crowd and then the weight of all the Guinness, it was just too much.
Yeah, and then we our first tour of Europe, we played we were there for 3 months in the winter, and
64 shows.
Yeah, and we played all borrowed equipment every single night. So that was an adventure. I mean, it was like, our diehard moment.
Of course, we chose the winter time and went from November of 91 to February of 92.
Yeah.
Europe doesn't get that cold, does it?
No.
It's like Chicago.
Yeah, we had to ask the opening bands every night if we could use their gear, or the headlining band. Well, more like the headlining bands.
And then somebody stole my jacket. That was fun.
And they set the car. That was 2000 Dirty Squatters, which is the name of the band. And he all of a sudden he come, and they're like sort of this like band of moving like punk rock squatters, and they were in like a school bus or something, and we were playing with them, and then one of them runs in and goes, "Your van is on fire." So we ran out, and sure enough, our van was on fire. And then all of a sudden we were like, "Where's Tre's leather jacket? Oh my God, Tre's jacket is gone." And they set our car on fire.
We're pretty sure.
just to steal a leather jacket.
Wow, that escalated.
Yeah. I mean, thank God that we.
To their credit, it was a really nice jacket.
That's pretty good.
And it's funny because there was
My grandmother gave me that jacket.
They came and they played. A friend of ours brought them out to play a bunch of shows in California, and I think they were from Bristol or something like that. And then they were, so they came out, and then I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then sure enough, everyone got their houses ransacked. They're just like a band of pirates.
Oh man, what are they doing today?
I don't know.
Stealing.
Probably enjoying that jacket still.
Yeah. They're
Probably a good one.
Nice and warm.
They got a hell of an eBay
Hustle, yeah.
eBay hustle going on right now.
So we talked earlier about how you've literally influenced everybody on the planet. I don't feel like there's anyone that doesn't know Green Day or hasn't been touched by this band. That sounded weird, but you know what I mean. Everyone from Ian Shelton of Military Gun, Fall Out Boy, Olivia Rodrigo, and Lady Gaga. And I'm curious if there's someone that was the most surprising to you to find out that they were a Green Day fan.
My God.
Let me see.
John Stamos?
Yeah.
Billie
patron
Eilish
saint?
is one.
Billie Eilish, yeah.
Just because she's got such a unique sound, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Her
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, obviously.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah, he came to our show. I think we're on the Warning tour, and he was a kid. And
Taylor Swift
Yeah.
covered one of our songs.
Yeah, she covered. I saw a video of her covering "Time of Your Life" at one of her concerts, and I'm like,
Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
I was like, whoa. He's playing She on acoustic guitar, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. And now I get to see your face.
Good looking guy under that mask.
Yeah.
It's not bad, yeah. I mean, he's no Tre Cool, but All right, if each of you were an action figure, which two accessories would you come with? Clearly, it wouldn't have been your jacket, but what two accessories?
An action figure?
An action figure that we were able to buy after this session.
Now I'm thinking Game of Thrones.
I know.
So I would probably have a Valyrian steel sword.
Yeah.
And I would have a tiny sword called Needle. And then I would have
Baby knife.
a dragon. I'd have a dragon, of course.
Duh.
Duh. And then I would have probably a whole bunch of wildfire. I would have
Winter is coming.
yeah. I would have I would have a dire wolf. Yeah. And I would be the man of the night's watch.
Mine would have roller skates and a puppet named Gravy.
Yeah. I said all that, and Mike taught me.
Less is more.
I feel like this is going to be the most expensive.
A broom, an owl, and a magic wand.
Stop talking about the jacket. Clearly a sore subject.
And his jacket back.
Somebody get him his jacket back. Somebody has to know, has eyes on the jacket.
Yep.
It might be burned up, but we'll still take it back. Whatever.
2,000 dirty squatters, wherever you are.
I don't want it back after they've had it for that many years.
Really? You would not take that jacket back
No.
right now if I was like,
No.
and behind door number 3.
Right now, there's some guy with one slide on wearing your jacket.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I know for a lot of
2,000
us,
dirty socks.
this era, Dookie was the soundtrack to our high school career. I know I'm not alone here because I can see nodding. Yes. And so many bands that played Riot Fest this weekend, same sentiments. I'd love to know what your soundtracks were when you were in high school or when you were high school age.
Oh, man.
Before you left high school.
I would say I'll go by, I think like Husker Du was a huge band for me, and I really love like the Soul Asylum Hang Time record, and but I mean we used to listen to a lot of different stuff. We listened to Jane's Addiction, and gosh, who else?
Yeah. I mean, then there was demo tapes being passed around because we didn't really have like record players, or if we did, one of us had one and we'd share stuff. But there was a demo sampler that ended up being a lot of the bands on Lookout Records that was being passed around, called the East Bay Sampler, and I thought that was really great, and it was also seemed attainable because all their instruments sounded like shit too.
Yeah. I mean the local bands, when we started going to Gilman Street in Berkeley, we loved like Crimshine and Operation Ivy, Sweet Baby Jesus, and there's a compilation called Turning Around that had amazing bands on it, like Soup and Rabid Lassie, and gosh, who else? The Yeasty Girls, and
Quick Way.
What's that?
Was it Quick Way on there?
No, they weren't on there.
The
Lookouts.
But
Lookout. Well, Lookouts weren't on that. You guys were on
Floyd.
The thing ain't Floyd.
Yeah.
I had that song stuck in my head yesterday all day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I did. Never mind those bastards on the sidewalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tre Cool singing. He was like 14 or something.
Yeah, that was one of our first introductions to Tre Cool. Was hearing him sing for the Lookouts.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of him? Did you think he was cool?
Kid could sing.
Yeah. My first time I ever saw Trey, I saw the Lookouts play, and Trey was wearing one of those like 1960s women's swimming pool caps, with like the little sort of things coming down,
Yeah, that
like
was fancy.
the leaves, and but really when we first met, we were out. Trey booked a show for us to come up and play with them in the Lookouts, and was it Willits?
Yeah.
So we'd drive up on a mountain, and it was a house that had no roof, so it wasn't finished yet.
We had to break the gate down too, because the girl who was throwing the party chickened out and like ran off into the woods.
Yeah.
And then we had like this convoy of people, so we just broke the gate down, and
This was a few miles up a mountain. Like
Yeah,
in the
got the
middle of
generator
nowhere,
going.
Got a generator going, and
Yeah.
remember the other band we played with, was like, "Hey, we got to go." We're like, "No, you ain't going nowhere. There's only like 12 of us here. You're watching our set."
No, they were. It was these kids that were sitting, because everybody was sitting down with candles because there was no electricity. We were playing with a generator, and so everybody was sitting around stoned. And then in the middle of our set, someone goes, "Hey, your van is blocking my way. Can you guys go out and move it?" And then I remember you're gonna sit right down there and you're gonna listen to every goddamn song. And then we left, and the Lookouts decided not to play. Probably good call.
It was about 48 degrees in the room, by the way. It's
And-
freezing. You could see every.
And our old drummer John had his drum still set up, and all of a sudden, Mike was inside, and I heard someone going. And I was like, "Damn, who's ripping the shit out of the drums right now?" And then Mike came out. He goes, "Did you hear that? That's fucking Trey." And I was like, Note taken.
I'm so glad that van wasn't on fire. I was just waiting for that.
Yeah.
You're like, look, the van's on fire. Just walking away.
I don't think we had enough gas for the generator to keep going either.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That sounds right. So for the entire month of March, I have the honor to do a feature every single day where I highlight a different woman that has helped build this radio station for the last 33 years. It's my favorite thing that I get to do here. And I would love to know, as part of the women who make Q101, if there is a specific woman you can think of that maybe when you were first getting interested in music, first picking up an instrument, someone that really cheered you on, someone that still inspires you to this day.
I would say my sister Anna. She had a really great record collection, anything from 10,000 Maniacs, REM. She used to take me to shows. So I was really young. She took me to see the Replacements and saw 10,000 Maniacs, and so I would say probably her. She was the biggest one to kind of. So yeah, Anna Marie Armstrong. So
on my end, probably be my mom, because no matter how much trouble I got into, she would never allow my stepdad or me for my guitar to get taken away from me. I remember it got taken away one time, and I could hear her screaming at him in the other room, going, "That is the only thing he has." So,
Besides a good personality.
Same. Mike's mom.
she has the jacket.
It's making a lot of sense. That's amazing. And I love that you're bringing up your family, because I feel like it's so important to, and I always say that, share your music with your kids. Bring your kids to your shows, play your records for your children, introduce them to music. And I feel like once you get to a certain point, it turns into vice versa. And I feel like in your situations, now your children are starting to turn you on to new music.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be bumping Coco Melon all day.
Coco.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up
Yeah.
with the playlists. My son listens to a lot of Latin R&B and stuff. And I'm like, how do you know all these lyrics? He's learning other languages now by listening to music.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, my sons, their first favorite band's the Strokes. So it was me and Jacob. Jacob is in a. I know I'm a dad and all this, but he's in a badass band.
Hell yeah, he
They call it
is.
Ultra Q, and so he turns me on to a bunch of different stuff all the time, and they opened a tour with Bad Nerves, and we both love Bad Nerves, and so yeah, I mean, they also White Reaper they turned me on to a long time ago, and yeah, it's great because when we drive my boys to school in the morning, we would listen to one of the Joe Strummer solo records, and it was on the road to rock and roll. So that's the song that sticks out in their minds all the time. So which led them to get in, loving the Clash. So.
That's amazing.
Ultra Q, your next favorite band.
Your next
Yeah.
favorite band.
Yeah.
It's my other favorite band. What is that relationship like now that you have a son who has a band? Is it hard for you to maybe hold back a little bit and let him find his way without a huge shadow? Or are you trying to kind of help him along on a very intimate level?
He just does his own thing.
Okay.
And he's really adamant about it. Not like super adamant. I mean, the great thing about it is we get to talk about music together, and I love talking to music about it when people are in the room, because they don't know what we're talking about when it comes to chord changes and things like that. It's almost like we're speaking a different language, so which is really special to me. But I think he loves music. He loves singing. He loves writing songs, and I mean, if I've inspired him to do that, I hope it's just more just from coming from a place of DIY, because that's kind of the way he approaches it, and he's been So yeah, I mean, I am not a stage parent or a dadager, like at all. I mean, it's like, but he's like really into Teenage Fan Club right now, and I'm like, oh God, I love Teenage Fan Club. So he's a good kid, and he's just, I don't know, he's my bud.
Love that. Thank you so much for being so generous with your time with us today. Amazing show last night. So great to actually get some FaceTime. And I would ask you one final question. What is the best piece of advice that you were ever given throughout your career?
That I took?
Run.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think we make our best decisions off of bad advice. So, God, I don't know.
Somebody literally turned to me and said, "Run." It was at that at the big skinhead fight up in Sacramento, and I turned around and that's a good idea.
That's a master of run foo.
I guess it'll go back to the original question that you play anywhere and everywhere. So
That's
yeah.
For drums, it's not always the notes you play; it's the ones you don't.
Yeah.
That is very good. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for all the gifts that you continue to give us. We are the luckiest people because you are in our orbit. Green Day!
Oh, stop!
It's a severe lack of crowd surfing happening. I'm a little upset by it.